Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
Sparking a renewed conversation, the one-year mark of 12 migrants being found in a tractor trailer is stirring up talks on how to handle the crisis down at the southern border. And just ahead, you're moments away from meeting the coolest 9-year-old kid. We're going to tell you why he's on the road again. But first, we want to get to some breaking news happening in the last hour and a half or so. San Antonio police arresting a fourth and final suspect for a 2023 murder of 2 men. That suspect is Austin Hartnett. SAPD arrested him at a southeast apartment complex earlier today. Just yesterday, SAPD arrested a man named Michael Trevino for the same murder. 2 additional men connected to that incident were arrested previously, but that happened on separate federal charges. All 4 of these suspects are charged with capital murder and tampering with evidence. SAPD says that they are no longer looking for additional suspects, but they are still continuing to investigate.
I am running to be president for all of America, not half of America, because there.
For the 3rd general election cycle in a row, former President Donald Trump will be the Republican nominee for president. He officially accepted his party's nomination this evening at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee. This was the 4th and final night at the convention, capped off with a speech from Trump himself, which he wrapped up just a few minutes ago, just days after he was nearly assassinated at a campaign rally in Pennsylvania. Republicans have made it clear they are rallying behind the former president in his bid to take back the White House. On the other side, different story. There's growing concern among high-profile Democrats that Joe Biden may not be able to keep his job. The Associated Press says that sources close to the situation have indicated that Nancy Pelosi and former President Barack Obama are talking behind closed doors about the very idea of pushing Biden to step aside. We spoke about this very issue with Dr. John Taylor. He's the Political Science and Geography Department Chair over at UTSA, and he put it bluntly. He says the pressure is building and the chances of Biden winning the race are dwindling.
He probably should do the right thing and decide to step down, decide to step away from this, to give the Democrats a chance.
And the calls for President Biden to drop out of the race picked up after his performance in last month's presidential debate. But since then, he has insisted both publicly and privately that he's not dropping out. If you have an election-related question between now and November, we have the answers for you and really so much more on our Vote 2024 webpage. Scan that QR code on your screen and it'll take you straight to the KSAT near Von Ormy. EMS crews on the scene found those people to be in good health, but history in San Antonio shows a sad reality where that's not always the case. The Night Team's Avery Everett shows us how new policy is sparking renewed conversations about how to handle the border crisis.
In the rush of the moment, it's hard to slow down and remember, but Interstate 35 near Fisher Road 1 year ago was a sight that so many won't forget. 12 migrants were found huddled together in the back of a stolen 18-wheeler in South Bexar County on July 19th of 2023. EMS crews at the scene said the 2 women and 10 men were okay, and the Bexar County Sheriff's Office says the driver was detained that night. This is just one story of suspected human smuggling, and nonprofits like the Refugee and Immigrant Center for Education and Legal Services say there's a high likelihood of many more.
Our border policies aren't going to stop people from coming and seeking safety.
Conversations about how to handle the border crisis are complicated. Just last month, President Joe Biden dropped an executive order limiting asylum seekers. Now that's faced some legal challenges, but the biggest concern from people on the ground, like those migrant advocacy groups, is protecting the rights of asylum seekers and making sure they're kept safe.
Folks will get to that point of desperation where they're going to take more and more risks.
Hidalgo says migration patterns over the border can change because of the weather and political situations. Data shows arrests for illegally crossing the border from Mexico dropped by 29% in June.
It's important that folks care and pay attention.
As the election looms, Hidalgo says he wants humanity to be the focus of border conversations.
Where do you allocate the resources so that there is a safe, orderly processing of people?
Because even as the roadways clear, the stories still remain. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
It was good to see a bit of rain around parts of south central Texas. Not everybody got it, but the highest accumulations, particularly up in the hill country, where these yellows you see here, Gillespie, Blanco counties, and even east of San Antonio, that's a minimum of 2 inches estimated by Doppler radar. The most fortunate area in Bexar County, far northeast side, converse toward JBSA Randolph, and that's where you see about 1.5 inches to 2 inches estimated by the radar earlier today. Tomorrow, a few stray isolated pop-up afternoon showers, only a 20% chance. 96 the high temperature. We have better rain chances to talk about, the new drought monitor, and how much more rain we could get in the days ahead coming up.
Now we want to go a little bit east to us, to our friends in Houston. That right there is a real-time counter on how many homes and businesses in Houston still don't have power even tonight after a barrel tore through town. You can see that 4,700 customers still don't have power tonight. That's homes and businesses. And at one point today, that number was a lot higher. It was around 17,000. But for those 4,700 people, that is not making them feel too well tonight. Now, while people in Houston waited for their power to be restored, so many of them have been relying on their generators. And as the night team's John Paul Barajas tells us, that presented yet another challenge.
As Houston nears getting power fully restored, there is still plenty of frustration, and especially from those who have added measures like generators to keep the lights on during outages, but we're still left in the dark. For one woman we spoke to, she says her generator is vital to make sure she can charge her electric wheelchair regardless of the situation or circumstance, but that since her 2022 investment into a Generac generator, it is yet to work when it's needed.
Any type of weather event, it does not power on. Now, when they're here working on it, it works, it's fine.
How vital is having power to you?
Absolutely, 100% vital. I could not make it with power. I can't move, I can't maneuver.
Now, Jackson isn't the only person that's reached out to our sister station KPRC about issues with Generac generators, so we have emailed the company but have not heard back. We also called Wired by Generators, who fixes and installs Generac generators. They did not answer our calls, but they do have a statement on their website that says that they are working tirelessly to try and get to all repairs. In Houston, John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
And we hope that woman gets help with her generator. You know, electricity, that wasn't the only problem in Houston. The blood supply there, that's also down. Blood banks, and more importantly, people, they depend on these donations. If you'd like to help, we have a link for you to do so. It's on our website, ksat.com, or you can also scan the QR code that you see there on your screen. For the second time in 3 days, someone hit a gas main in Floresville. Tuesday's hit led to an explosion and leveled a nearby home. You saw those pictures there, but thankfully today there was no explosion. Nobody was hurt in Tuesday's blast either, but we're going to show you the damage. It's just crazy. 10 homes damaged, and at this point, it's still unclear who's responsible for those hits. Thankfully, though, those affected by the blast on Tuesday, they're going to be getting help for paying for the damage.
We're going to work with their insurance company to see how quick we can get the citizens assisted.
So here's a note. If you live in Floresville and you were a victim of the blast, please call the Floresville City Hall. They can help you. Now for a look at some of today's big headlines in your Nightbeat News Flash. Longtime conservative news anchor Lou Dobbs died. He was one of the first anchors at CNN when it debuted back in 1980. Dobbs spent 2 decades at CNN before leaving to help launch the Fox Business Network. He was 78 years old. Bad news for millions of student loan borrowers. A federal appeals court has blocked the Biden administration's SAVE plan for federal student loans. That program, if you remember, aimed to lower monthly payments for 8 million enrolled borrowers based on their income. This latest ruling is part of a court battle brought by a group of Republican-led states. The U.S. Education Department says that it's reviewing the ruling and will, quote, continue to aggressively defend the SAVE plan. And that's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash. Listen to this. Unwashed hands, food being kept in grocery bags. Yeah, those are just a few reasons those restaurants got bad health reviews. KSAT is going to go behind the kitchen door to find out more. Also, that 9-year-old boy right there has been on the ride of a lifetime, and he is not stopping anytime soon. Why he's living life on the highway. That's up next on the Nightbeat.
That's one of them. And the other are already open in my truck.
Car thieves running rampant in San Antonio. The San Antonio Police Department says that in the last year, 19,000 car owners in San Antonio had their vehicles stolen. But what's driving that spike in car theft? And also, what parts of town are feeling the brunt of that increase? Our Katrina Weber dove into that topic, and she focused on where those crimes are happening. She stays on this topic tomorrow. To stay in the loop and to learn more about those car crimes, just scan that QR code on your screen. Got lots of information there. Employees caught not washing hands and bacon being kept in grocery bags. Those are just two violations a Metro Health inspector caught that could make you sick. Our Daniela Ibarra caught up with two restaurants in tonight's Behind the Kitchen Door.
We came to La Torre de Jalisco because we had some questions about the food inspection report. So we talked with the manager inside. We're with KSAT Behind the Kitchen Door. The manager of the Mexican restaurant off Petite Jordan Freeway and Loop 410 invited us to sit down and talk about it. Twice, inspectors noted employees were not washing their hands.
Dice aquí que también los empleados no estaban lavando sus manos.
The manager, Mario, says those were new employees and says they've been talked to. We also asked him about containers of cooked beans the health inspector reported finding on the floor. He says the containers had just been taken off the stove and were about to be put away. Over at Angie's Cafe off Pleasanton and Harlan, inspectors also caught an issue with beans. There, frozen beans were left out to defrost. The report also says the restaurant kept bacon and cut vegetables in to-go bags. Owner Raul Ruiz says those issues are fixed. He also says he talked to employees about wiping their face and not changing gloves. Metro Health ordered a new inspection. And Ruiz wants customers to know he's got things under control. Sports bar La Ruleta also had to get re-inspected. It's off Ruiz and North Brazos streets. Inspectors say its food license was expired. Their report also says employees used a single-use cup to scoop tajin and salt and reuse single-use containers. For Behind the Kitchen Door, I'm Daniela Ibarra.
Switching gears right now, this right here is the coolest 9-year-old that you're ever going to meet. Not only is he riding a motorcycle, he just did it across 26 states. We want you to meet Gavin. He's like most 9-year-olds except for one thing. He has Duchenne muscular dystrophy. It's a genetic disorder that causes progressive muscle weakness. Eventually, little Gavin may need to be in a wheelchair. He loves motorcycles, however, so Gavin's parents are making sure that he enjoys them for as long as he can.
His love of riding, I think it's just something, it gives him a sense of freedom. It allows him to go out on the road and not have to think about DMD.
I just think it's incredible how he has a whole community behind him. I think as a PT, it's every PT's dream to see your patient have all of that support.
So awesome. Just last year, Gavin rode 4,000 miles on a motorcycle, and he got to see 40 Harley-Davidson locations all over Texas. You see him there. Gavin wants to keep going. He hopes to make more trips on his bike in the near future, and hopefully we'll be there to hear about it because we'll be there to cheer him on.
And I want to know,
Gavin,
how many Buc-ee's did he stop at when he was traveling through Texas?
Buc-ee's.
And what was his food of choice at those Buc-ee's as well?
Yeah, because everybody, that is a question here, right? I do like the pecans.
Yeah, they're good, but when it comes to, something that's not so sweet, I get the Texas cheesesteak burrito.
Okay.
It's big and gooey. Oh, yeah, I'm hearing from our producer. So good. It is. It's really good. Anyway, let's move on. We're losing some time here. Let's talk about our good rain chances that are coming our way. I tend to get carried away on things. Isolated pop-up rogue showers, random splash and dash, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're looking at Monday, late Monday, and into the remainder of the week for better rain chances, becoming more widespread, more numerous showers. And temperatures, consequently, actually dropping below average as we get into next week. So here's a look at the rain chances, 20 to 30% Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We get into Monday later in the day, we're up to 60%, and then we stay there all the way through Wednesday and potentially even on into Thursday of next week. Here's the new drought monitor, updated today, not really changed for our area very much. As a whole, across Texas, we're about 25% in drought. 25% of the state is in drought. You look at our area here, particularly west of 281 and parts of the hill country and closer to the Rio Grande, that's where we have the most severe and extreme drought. And I outlined the area here in this white outline. And now here's a look at our preliminary rainfall potential in that area and even beyond. We could easily be talking about 1 to 4 inches of rainfall over a 7-day period in this drought-stricken area and even elsewhere. But we don't exactly need the rain as badly elsewhere. So we're focusing on this area just west of San Antonio that we highlighted as the most severe and extreme drought in our area. So here's the situation. Today we had a weak boundary drop in that helped to kickstart the showers and thunderstorms earlier this morning and even on into the midday hours. This is still going to be influencing our weather a little bit, but tomorrow it's going to be that random, isolated splash and dash shower activity. Notice by 2 o'clock, hey, maybe a shower or two pops up here and there. Don't pay attention to the exact locations of these showers. They could really pop up anywhere at any time between 1 p.m. and 7 p.m. tomorrow. And then they fizzle out as we lose the energy from the sun and we lose our daytime heating. We get into next week, and the same thing is going to be Saturday and Sunday. We get into next week. Here's what's changing. Upper level high. We have to look at the upper levels. The heat high. Big Blue H. That's going to be planted over the western U.S. It opens the door for this weak disturbance to drop into the central part of the country and just meander for a few days. And what it's going to do, it's going to throw some rain-making energy our way, and it's also going to help trap some moisture right overhead Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and possibly even beyond next week. So that's one reason why our rain chances are so much more enhanced. And temperatures falling below average. Well, we'll be mid-90s through the weekend, but then we're talking upper 80s for afternoon highs by next week. I mean, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, upper 80s. Usually this time of year, we're counting how many 100-degree days we've had. We're going to be counting how many 90-degree days we haven't had in July. And I want to leave you with this great shot of a few downpours that popped up outside of Canyon Lake earlier today.
Loving that. All right, thank you. So the Texans are at camp.
They are at camp. They got underway today. They reported yesterday. And I'll tell you what, starting quarterback C.J. Stroud is extremely excited for the new offensive weapons that he has. And Alyssa Smith plans to enjoy her long break coming up.
Yeah, I mean, Steph is somebody who definitely can open up your playbook, but we have all of those guys around. He'll say that too, you know, so it's five-headed monster, you know, so it's definitely a super dope to have, you know, just a bunch of options.
Stephon Diggs is part of that monster group Stroud is talking about in Big Board Sports. Texans second-year quarterback C.J. Stroud loves all the offensive weapons on his roster this season. The five-headed monster he mentioned consists of receivers Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, and Tank Dell, tight end Dalton Schultz, and running back Joe Mixon. All five of those guys can certainly put up big numbers, and that's what the Texans are counting on. Now, the Texans reported to camp yesterday and held their first practice today as they get ready to open the preseason with the Hall of Fame game August the 1st with the Bears.
It's day one. As I told our guys, we have a lot of room for improvement. And my expectations and what I expect to see from everyone, all of our guys, just let's get a little bit better each day. Right, if we get a little bit better each day, right, we'll be exactly where we want to be.
It's not going to be easy. It's going to be harder. You know, we have a target on our back this year, and, you know, that's how you should want it, you know, and that's what I'm used to playing at Ohio State. And, you know, I'm really, you know, honored and blessed to have the teammates that I do to want that challenge and for guys that want to come and play here because, you know, this Texan team isn't for everybody. It's hard here.
Defensive end Will Anderson Jr., who won Defensive Rookie of the Year last season with 45 total tackles, 7 sacks, and 10 tackles for loss, gained some weight this offseason because he felt he wasn't good enough in the second-round playoff loss to the Ravens.
Yeah, I think last year I was like 248, and about the time we got to like the Ravens game, I was just like, I just can't last. Like, I feel like I was getting tossed around, so I kind of bulked up a little this offseason, tried to keep my speed. Well, I did keep my speed. So I'm like 263 now. I feel good. Some people still say I don't even look big, so I appreciate you for that.
And 1 week from today, the Dallas Cowboys will start training camp in Oxnard, California, marking the 45th year the team has trained in SoCal. The boys' opening ceremony is Saturday, July 27th. KSAT 12 Sports will be there with live reports starting Tuesday, July 23rd. Now, Alyssa Smith and the Indiana Fever hit the month-long Olympic break 7th in the WNBA at 11-15 and in position to make the playoffs. Last night in Arlington, the Fever lost to the Dallas Wings 101-93. Liz had a double-double with 13 points and 12 rebounds, and she helped Caitlin Clark set a single-game record with 19 assists. KSAT 12 Sports' Mary Rominger talked with Smith after the game.
In the locker room post-game, what was Coach's message to you guys as you guys enter the break? Obviously not on the note that you wanted to, but still a really good push there at the end to kind of make your way into a playoff spot.
Just, focusing on the next game, after this long break, resting, taking care of our bodies. But, just you can't go from beating a really good team to, losing games like this. You got to take every game seriously, especially going into the break. So I feel like that was big for us.
Okay, if we could step back and show your fit tonight. I mean, you've had some incredible outfits this season. What's your inspiration fashion-wise?
I just love, bright colors. I like to stand out. I don't know. I feel like this is one, Disney helped me pick out, so, it worked.
I love it. I love her influence. And your chain, you have Converse, I assume, from your hometown.
Yeah, Converse, Texans.
Tell me about your pride.
Yeah, I always represent Converse. A lot of people don't, get to make it out of Converse, so I always represent us well.
Beautiful. And now, how are you spending the month-long break? I'm sure you wish you were a part of the All-Star festivities, and I know that time is coming for you based on what we're continuing to see, but what are you going to be doing for this next month?
Oh, well, I go to Aruba tomorrow, so I'm not missing out on anything. I'll be perfectly fine.
Aruba sounds like fun. The life of Riley Minix after the break. Spurs rookie forward Riley Minix went undrafted out of Morehead State, so the Spurs picked up the 6'8 forward. Now, unfortunately, he separated a shoulder in the Spurs' first summer league game after 1 minute of play, but he returned Tuesday and he scored 16 points off the bench. He's glad the Spurs are giving him a shot, and he's all about the Spurs way.
They're all great guys. The Spurs culture is for real. It's a great group, and they bring in great guys, and it's easy to play with them. And we play together. We play for each other, and it just makes basketball fun. So.
Yes, the culture is for real, and the Summer Spurs will play again tomorrow night.
And he played really well a few days ago.
He did.
All right, thank you. We'll be right back. Parents, this is for you. So it feels like summer just started, but it's never too early to prepare for the upcoming school year, which starts in less than 4 weeks for some of us. If you need help doing that, there are so many ways to get school supplies all over the Alamo City. Things like backpack giveaways, they're just one way that local districts and nonprofits are helping families ahead of the school year. And if you want more information about how to get help for your student, scan that QR code right there on the bottom of your screen, and you should get help.
Today, we only made it to 93 for the high. That's actually 2 degrees below average, and we're going to have a trend of below average temperatures because the heat high is going to be over the western and northern U.S., and we're actually going to have a little upper level swirl, a little disturbance that's going to bring us the cooler than average temperatures, not just early next week, Monday, especially Tuesday, Wednesday, and even Thursday, but potentially even beyond then as we get toward the end of the month. So something to look forward to, along with the enhanced rain chances. We're talking at 60% by late Monday through Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We could tally up, if we're lucky in spots, up to 4 inches of rain over a 7-day period.
To those of you who stayed up with us, have a wonderful night. We'll see you tomorrow.